Hey everyone, this is Roman Blood. Just watched a documentary on knife crime, and I also saw a video quite recently by well, I've forgotten the guy's name, but by a guy on YouTube gave his opinions on knife crime. I've decided I'm going to do the same. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so yeah. My opinion on knife crime is totally unacceptable. I believe taking a life is murder. Manslaughter, you know, or outright stabbing, or hello Daniel, outright stabbing, you know, I believe it's murder, right? That's my firm belief. I mean, I oppose abortion, not all the time, but quite a lot of the time. And yeah, I do believe taking a human life is murder. Which is why knife crime is so unacceptable, because it... Alright, we'll cut to the chase. As you can tell, I'm a UK lad. Where I live, knife crime is not a problem, you know. You hear of occasional beatings up and thug life, but, you know, I've never known any one of my associates, or even, you know, people I've met in the past, I've never known any of them to ever, you know, get involved with knives. I mean, obviously, people do carry knives, and whatever the reasons may vary, but the people I know who carry knives usually carry it for trade and craftsmanship. My father often carries a penknife. One of my good friends, don't know if he does this anymore, but he frequently carried one when he was a little bit younger. And I myself carried on when I was younger. I'm a farmer. Here, look. See? You know? And that's only ever been used for craftsmanship, because it's a farm, and, you know, I'm speaking for an example of why someone may carry a knife for a moment. Put that down, you'll get... Sorry, that's what? My brother. Can you please get lost? I'm trying to shoot a documentary here. It's supposed to be serious. No, I'm serious, Daniel, please. As funny as it is. Cutting back to the chase, we were talking about why people will carry knives. Now, you know, so I speak from experience, and I say people do carry knives, you know, for craftsmanship and, you know, for work, but I do believe that, you know, I don't carry a knife anymore. I stopped doing that when I was about 14, when I noticed that things were getting really, really bad, and that was in 2004. No, 2005, sorry. You know, knife crime is a serious thing, and I don't believe anybody should carry a knife on them. And this may sound like, I may sound like a total hypocrite now, because I used to carry one for work and shit like that, but, you know, regardless of what you have one for, they shouldn't have them anymore. The government has to crack down harder if they're going to beat this kind of problem. And, you know, knives are a really bad thing, I mean, if they use them the wrong way, because someone like my friend would use a knife for work. Someone like a youth gang would use a knife to threaten, kill, or otherwise maim someone. There can be no distinction. We can't justify it by saying, oh, but I use that knife for craftsmanship, but then I also stabbed someone, like, whereas I've never stabbed someone where I use my knife for craftsmanship. There shouldn't be any distinction right now because of how bad knife crime's gotten. The government needs to crack down on knife crime more and be more harder on kids. We're hearing of, there's almost an attack a day in London, and my deepest sympathies for everyone and anyone who's been affected by knife crime. You know, I can't imagine what you guys must have been going through, you know, and still going through to this day. Fortunate not to imagine it. Oh great, we're going to get an interruption in a moment. But the problem, I think, lies within the government and within family life. Family life especially, because, using Jeremy Carl's example earlier, family doesn't appear to be as important nowadays. I've noticed,
Ready, Charles?
I'll just be there in a second. We're just shooting this documentary on knife crime. 2 minutes more. Sorry, I'm going to cut this video short at the moment. Point being, I'm going for lunch with my family for the day, and that's my point. You know, families. There is not enough emphasis on family life, and you know, it's the way families are. I mean, I've had a pretty good one, but some families, you know, kids are being born. You know, kids are having kids, pretty much. You know, I'm referring to teenage pregnancy there. Also, you know, then the dad, you know, this is a stereotypical view in some ways, but the dad is never really there, the mum's, you know, trying her hardest, you know, it's a really lame stereotypical view, but I'm afraid that's pretty much what the youth culture of London is turning into, and not just London, other cities in England, and across the world even, but we're focusing on England here, so it's on England. Knife crime's a problem because of family life and how kids are brought up. They are not given the proper moral codes and values. Okay, admittedly, my family isn't perfect, but you know, I was brought up with the proper idea of what is right and wrong. It's not right to go and stab someone regardless of what the hell I do. Murder should never be justified in any case. I'm going to have to go at the moment because otherwise I'm going to get some angry parents after me being late. But you know, and governments need to be harder on knife crime. They shouldn't just, you know, let people get away with it. They have to. You know, regardless of whether my father is arrested or my mate is arrested for carrying knives, or regardless of whether that thug who stabbed someone is arrested for carrying a knife, the government needs to crack down on knife crime, and they need to do it now. And they need to be much more harder on people who don't play with the rule, who play against the rules. Anyway, I've got to run. Thanks for watching, guys.